Sometimes, actually, many times, but just it happened now, so I thought I would do a video now. People ask me about the Japanese language and how different it is from English. Very different. Um, but if you think of English as a relatively easy language to learn, I think you should actually think of Japanese also as a relatively easy language to learn. Is it similar to Indo-European languages? No. You'll have a lot of overlapping vocabulary because Japanese takes foreign words in just by transliterating them, which is so much better than translating them note to French. So, like orange juice is just orange juice. You don't have to learn a new word. If it was French, it would be jus d'orange. At least orange is the same word. But in Japanese, every single borrowed word is just spelled in a separate alphabet. And so cognates or words that mean the same thing are really common, although there's also a lot of false friends. And a false friends, if you don't know, are words that sound like they might mean the same thing, but they are not. So for example, Arbeit in German means job, but baito or arubaito in Japanese, which comes from the German, means part-time job. And job is shigoto. So that's one thing. But Japanese word order, let's talk about that for a second. It's completely different. So in most languages that most people speak on Earth have subject, verb, object order, or subject, object, verb order, or object, subject, verb. I mean, one of these combinations. And thankfully, Japanese fits into one of the major ones. So subject, verb, object is what English uses, what most Occidental Western languages uses, what Chinese uses. Japanese is a subject object verb language, so the verb goes at the end, and Japanese is very heavy on verb endings changing the meaning of the sentence. So whereas in English you would say I want to go to the park, so it's I, subject, want to, because want is usually followed by to, and the verb. It's not I want going, right? You have to learn this when you speak English, you know it naturally, but it's I want to go, not I want going, but it's I like going, I like to go. Okay. I want to go to the park. In Japanese, it's 私は公園に行きたいです. But, okay, so let me first teach you what that means. That's 私 is I. Wa is a particle indicating that was the subject. Koen is park. Ni indicates the place or the time. Ikitai, to go, wanting. And then des is the verb be. You can take it off. You can actually take a lot of things off, but the word order means you're actually saying I, particle, park, to, want, going is. So it's very different, but it's not that different. It's still I to the park want to go, or I want to go to the park. Now, in actual spoken Japanese on the street, you're more likely going to say something like koen ikitai, koen ni ikitai. Great, put the particles better, but if you're being really casual, koen ikitai na, I really want to go to the park. So you drop the subject and you drop the particles because it's pretty clear in this situation. So one of the things you have to do when you learn a language like Japanese or Korean, which are not that closely related but have a lot of things in common, is to realize there's different levels of the language, like 私は公園に行きたいです or 私公園行きたいな or 公園行きて. It all means the same thing, it's just a different register. And register is really important in Japanese. And in school you're going to learn the upper register, which to be honest nobody speaks. So to finish off this video, best thing to do to learn Japanese is completely let go of everything. Just let go. Because you won't have to learn tense, because there's not a lot of tense in Japanese. There's basically two. There's past and present. There's really not. And you won't have to learn conjugation based on the subject. You won't have to learn plural and singular. You won't have to learn feminine and masculine. All those things are not used. On the other hand, you'll have to learn what a particle is and how to use a particle, which is not an article, it's a particle. And sometimes they double up. So it can be confusing. So my advice to anybody learning Japanese, and one of my friends asked, which is why I'm making this video, is let go of everything you've been taught before about any language. If you speak any Indo-European language or Chinese, so Indo-European, we're speaking of English all the way down to French, to Italian, to Greek, all the way through the Persian languages, so Iranian, Farsi, whatever you want to call it, down to India. all that whole language group. Let go of the rules. Especially if you speak a Slavic language, which are really hard in the European groups, you'll find Japanese easy. If you speak Chinese, again, it's subject, verb, object, and Japanese is subject, object, verb. Um, Now, a lot of languages are subject, object, verb, so you'll be fine. But just my advice is just let go of everything, and pick up again. It's kind of like if you want to clean your room, sometimes the best thing to do is just take everything out of the closets, put it on the floor, and then start from there. That's how you learn Japanese. You're not going to be able to build off of how you learned German or how you learned Spanish or how you learned French, because those are related languages. You need to just completely let go.